Hey, my perfect Pisces. Thank you for joining me for your general March reading. Please do remember this is a general reading, so take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, check out the other signs in your chart in case they resonate with you more. If you do enjoy this, please do like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. It does help me grow my channel, and it also helps it get to all of the other Pisces. And it's free, so why not? Otherwise, let's jump right in here and get started, shall we? Alrighty, so this first row is indicative of kind of where you are now. Time is fluid in tarot, so this could be kind of where you've been a little bit and going forward a little bit. But the second row is kind of where you will be going later in the month, possibly even into next month a little bit. But let's kind of see what we've got going on. And of course, we'll get clarifiers for certain. But let's see what we're looking at here. So, all right, so we have the Eight of Wands in reverse, and that lets me know that you are kind of at a standstill right now. So you maybe have been trying to move forward with something specific, either a relationship, a project, work, maybe trying to get a new job, trying to buy a new house, trying to move forward with your relationship, but everything's kind of been stagnant for you right now. But I do believe there's a reason for that, and I think that is because your next card is a Tower card, which lets me know that either if this hasn't already happened, it is coming, which means that there is going to be a catastrophic change, okay? Something is going to come crashing down essentially because it needs to. So if you're wondering, why is this, my relationship with this person, this particular person, I've been trying so hard for this to move forward, it's just not going anywhere. It probably you need a breakup, okay? Because essentially if it has, or if you have recently broken up or you're splitting up and you don't know why, it's likely it's because you needed to. This person may be doing something they shouldn't be doing. They're just not the right person for you, something of that nature. If you're trying to get involved in a business and it's not moving forward the way it's supposed to, in your mind, there's probably a reason. It's probably time to crash it down and start from scratch. Maybe it wasn't the best option for you. Maybe it wasn't going to be a very lucrative business. For whatever reason, you're not moving forward because you need to stop and start over from the ground up. So whatever it is that you feel stagnant in, if it's a business opportunity, a relationship, work, home, whatever it is right now that you feel like you are stagnant in, there's a reason, and it's going to be coming to a head soon, okay? If it hasn't already. And your next card here is the Eight of Swords in reverse, okay? So the Eight of Swords is normally like where you're tied up, you feel like you're stressed, you're struggling, you're like, I don't know where to go, I'm just tied up, I'm bound, this is awful. This is in reverse. So I feel like this is, once you have this Tower moment, you are going to feel more free to have more choices, okay? So although it may feel awful right now, you may feel like, oh, nothing's moving forward, it's awful, and then bam, it just comes to a screeching halt, or it crashes down, or it falls through. You're trying to buy a house that you really wanted and it falls through. It's probably for the best. You probably were not supposed to have that house. It was a money pit, or, it was a bad investment, or the business that you've been wanting to work towards falls through for a reason. The relationship you've been working on, trying to get into, just comes to a halt, or they start seeing somebody else, or you break up, again, for a reason. Whatever it may be, it's going to ultimately lead to you feeling freer, less tied up, less pent up, less bound up, less stressed, struggled, and confined, okay? So it's going to be better for you in the long run. That is a great thing, okay? Going forward, we have this King of Cups energy. Now, this could be your energy, okay? You could just feel so much better because of that you are feeling very strong, you're feeling very open, freed up, and you have that King of Cups energy, so you are charismatic, you're drawing people in. Or this could be a specific person that you actually meet that has this strong, kingly, King of Cups, dominant, type of energy that is, going to bring you opportunities and possibly a relationship that you would not have had before had you not had that Tower moment. So even though things seem grim and awful, it's coming to a much better place for you, okay? Here we have the Five of Swords in reverse, okay? So there again, that's right under your Tower moment. And the Five of Swords, while it's typically a card of chaos, relationships, fighting, battling, all of this, with it being in reverse, it's telling you that this is causing smoothness, a smoothing over, a calm, more of a settling to me. So right here, now you have come through this, you know, you felt stagnant, you felt frustrated, you felt all of this, and then everything came crashing down. You probably are like, this is awful, but it's leading you to something so much better, okay? Because now you're not pent up, now you're not bound up, now you're not tied to this, whatever it was that ultimately was not going to be good for you, for sure. It's going to lead you to either a much better feeling, of course, we'll get clarifiers, or lead you to somebody who is going to take you to a much better place, much better, more abundant, more strong feeling place, more opportunities, potentially a relationship situation here, and much smoother sailing altogether in general. You do have your Ace of Cups in reverse at the end here, but that is under your Eight of Swords in reverse. So that is potentially just saying that you could be withdrawing as far as wanting to, you know, be out there and about so much. It could just be a situation where we'll get clarifiers on that, but it could just be something where, you know, you're just not really feeling like you want to be out a lot. You know, you may still have some residual, you know, issues from the Tower moment where you don't want to open yourself up too much right away. Okay, so if this was a relationship that kind of broke down and it shattered, even though you know it's bringing you to a much better place, you're not ready to dole out your Ace of Cups energy yet. Meaning that you just really don't want to, you know, jump into the dating world, the dating pool. You don't want to be out and about being super, you know, social butterfly situation yet. You're not ready to jump into a serious relationship yet. You're just not ready for that quite yet. You're ready to kind of just hold back and just chill. So that's kind of something that I see for you. Maybe moving forward, you're more kind of like, you know, this is going into spring, headed that way. I just rather kind of like stand back and chill, let things just happen. So that's very possibly what that is. You know, and this King of Cups may be somebody who's really interested in you, and, you know, it may be the perfect person for you, but you're kind of just like, you know, I'm just going to let it ride. You know, we don't have to get serious. We don't have to jump into anything because you're still a little upset from up here, you know, kind of a little burnt maybe from it. You know, because that's a Tower moment is kind of a, even if it does come out better on the other side, even if you meet somebody who's much better afterwards, you're still a little gun shy, right? You're still a little like, okay, but the last time I thought I had something great, bam, the whole world fell apart. Or even though, you know, this may be a great person for me to date, but because my business didn't work out, I don't feel balanced enough to jump into relationships yet. You know, I want to work on all facets of my, you know, myself before I get out there. So that could potentially just be what we're looking at, but let's get some clarifiers here. With this deck, this is the Psychic Tarot deck. So this is going to be kind of giving us some advice, as it were, to kind of let you know what might help you with moving forward, things that you might want to kind of consider or think about. So how about this Eight of Wands, sorry, in reverse. All right, temptation. Okay. So again, this may not be moving forward because it's something where, you know, the person, if this is a relationship, has temptation to other things, and you don't know about that. And so maybe they are deceiving you behind your back. It could be something that they're not good for you, and that's why this Tower moment happens. It could also be because you jumped into something back here, you know, in the past. Again, you were tempted to jump into purchasing something, a home, a business, investment, a whatever, okay? And because of that temptation, the temptation's what kind of got you into the trouble. But, you know, the universe itself is saying, you know, we got to slow this down because it's not good for you. And that's when your Tower moment's going to come in. So temptation could have played a serious role into why the universe is making you take a step back. you know, or, you know, again, that person could be not necessarily good for you, or it could be somebody that you solely were tempted to be with because, you know, maybe you like the bad boy or bad girl person or this or that about somebody, but they're just overall not a good person for you. How about this Tower moment? So third eye chakra, and that right there is basically, you know, it's seeing, it's your intuition, it's seeing, it's the knowing, without even knowing. It's like the subconscious or the universe telling you that this has to come down. It has to stop. It has to, you know, without even knowing that this isn't good. This isn't going to work. You may even self-sabotage without even knowing that you're self-sabotaging this, the relationship, the purchase of a home, the move, the job, the whatever this situation is. You may even very well self-sabotage this. But, you know, this is where, you know, the intuition, the insight, the knowing of it, you can feel it somehow without, you know, subconsciously even maybe, that it has to, it's not a good thing going forward for you. You're better off without it. So that's why you're kind of not moving forward. That's why it comes down. How about this Eight of Swords in reverse? So base chakra, these are like earthly things that you want, okay? So again, with this no longer being tied up, bound up, when everything comes down, you are able to kind of reassess and think about the things that you want and the things that you need. You know, do I really want this house? Do I really want a purchase? Do I really want this job? Do I really want these things? Was I with that person just because they had a lot of, you know, stuff? They were wealthy. They had things that I liked, but they weren't a person I liked. I just liked the stuff they had. You know, I was tempted by all of their flashy things, their car, their house, you know, this and that, but I didn't really care for them. So this is where you're kind of reassessing what it is you really want, the things that you value, okay? It's like your earthly chakra. So what you're kind of assessing that. So how about this King of Cups? Now, what do we got with this King of Cups? This King of Cups, this could be somebody, you know, this is a very strong, you know, powerful figure. It's a strong masculine figure, but it doesn't have to be, obviously, in tarot. It's gender neutral. So crown chakra, we're getting a lot of chakras here. So the crown chakra, so this is like, again, this is like a knowing. This is like, you know exactly, you know, this is a know, the person here, you know this person for what they are. So I feel like when you meet this person, you are going to be able to feel this person on a spiritual, emotional, mental. You're going to be able to communicate with this person on all levels, okay? This is going to be a person that is not just temptation, okay? Because it's falling under this, you're not moving forward, and temptation, which is where you were way back here. But now you've reassessed, okay? You've reassessed your base chakra. You've brought your tower down. You're starting over. And now you're starting to think more in terms of value, okay? And this person, you know, you see that this person has value on all levels, okay? You're able to communicate or relate to this person on every level, emotional, physical, psychological, spiritual, every level. So I do feel like this person is going to be coming into you probably later this month, maybe even early next month. But this is somebody that's going to be coming into you. I do believe that. You know, again, it's possible for some of you, this could be you, your energy, and you're just reassessing yourself, finding yourself, you know, and just trying to kind of be in tune with yourself more so. But I do feel like this is, for many of you, this is somebody you're going to meet that's going to come into you and be an integral part, and somebody that going forward is going to be very close to you. And I feel like it's going to be a really integral part of your life. And it's going to make your life feel like it's running smoother, because this isn't just a person that you're tempted by, or you just like the things they have, or you just like the way they look, you know, this is a person that is on all levels. They are your equal or your partner or somebody that you can relate to in some way. So it's going to smooth over everything in your life. So another chakra. I have never, ever had 4 chakras come up in a row like this. Wow. Okay. Solar plexus chakra. Flow, healing, deep breath, able to kind of gather yourself and spiritually flow and breathe through and have peace and calm and healing and soulfulness. And this is where you are able to, and again, this is so perfectly falling under where you're able to have this smoothness, this transition of like peace. And I do believe that this King of Cups is your like catalyst for that. I do believe that. Again, for some of you, that may just be yourself. You decide after everything fell apart up here with a relationship or a business or whatever, you decided you were going to withdraw into yourself and just really kind of take some time for yourself. And that is possible. And maybe that is what you need for some of you. If that's what you need, then take that. But for some of you, if there is a person that comes into you and you feel this immediate connection to, this is going to be your person, because this person is going to make you able to literally breathe again. And when I say breathe again, I mean on a chakra level, like actually breathe again, like feel healthy and well and whole and all of that again. So how about this Ace of Cups in reverse? Passion ignited. So with the Ace of Cups being in reverse, which is a passionate card anyway, but it's in reverse, I feel like this is something where you're going to have passion ignited, but you're going to resist it. And the reason I feel like you're going to resist it is because up here it played out poorly for you. You were probably tempted. Maybe the temptation was because of passion solely. Maybe that's what drew you to that person. Maybe that's what made you interested in that person completely, was just, you know, it was a physical, sensual, sexual type of attraction. And that's what got you in the trouble. And now you're trying to resist that, because although you know that this person has that connection to you as well, you know that there's much more that you are interested in them, levels that you're interested in them on, and you want to develop that. So I feel like this Ace of Cups here in reverse is just basically saying you want to push those, I guess, more superficial type of feelings away and let it ride out so that you can get to know this person better in a more intimate, deep, emotional, physical, spiritual type of level. So let's get some more clarifications from this one. How about on this Eight of Swords in reverse and temptation? So we have nourishment. And again, I feel like that is where, you know, you need to nourish yourself. Again, these are like advice cards here trying to tell you to nourish yourself, move forward in a positive way. Because when you were not moving forward here, it was because it wasn't positive. You need to nourish yourself if you want to move forward positively. And that's kind of what it's telling you. The reason that you weren't able to go forward there is because it wasn't nourishing for you. That wasn't a nourishing relationship. It wasn't a nourishing business, adventure, or whatever it was. It wasn't nourishing for you. How about this one here, the Tower with the third eye chakra? Blossoming. So, you know, that's blossoming is where actually things are starting to grow. And that's what happens when the tower comes down, it starts to rebuild. Okay. So when things start to blossom, they are literally coming out of a, you know, a dead, you know, winter, dead state and, you know, or, you know, hibernated state, let's say, and they start to blossom. And so they're actually blossoming and you are actually seeing things happen. So you are going to come out of this, tower moment and build something better. Grow something, if you will, blossom and grow something better. How about this base chakra on the Eight of Swords in reverse? Gratitude. Okay, and here again, you know, you're grateful at this point. You are starting to think about the things that you want, okay? And you're being very grateful for the fact that you are out of this tower phase. You are moving forward. You're not as tied up or pent up or bound up anymore. Your Eight of Swords here is in reverse. You already have, the third eye chakra has allowed you to see things for what they are. And now you have the gratitude to start seeing things, the world in a different way. The base chakra is, again, like the earthly chakra. So you're able to see the world in the way it is, and the things that there are out there for you and what you want more so. And you can also see, you know, the things that you don't want. You know, you don't want certain things, okay? And that may be, don't be tempted by just flashy, fancy things either. So that's something to keep in mind too. How about this crown chakra on the King of Cups? Discernment. So again, you have all of the insights you need with this crown chakra, and this King of Cups energy is strong, powerful energy. So this is telling you to make good decisions about this person. You have everything you need at your disposal to make good decisions. You know, don't hold, the way I feel that this is telling you, because it's falling below the nourishment card, is I feel like it is telling you to, when you make choices, be discerning, okay? But don't hold this person up here, whatever they did. If this is a relationship that went bad, if this is a business that went bad, a business relationship, even a situationship or whatever that may have gone bad or didn't move forward or had to come down, don't hold that against this person. If this is you just kind of reaching things with yourself, don't hold anything against yourself. You know, move forward with discernment, but on an individual basis, so that you can nourish each relationship for what it's worth on its own, okay? Because if you start dwelling on past errors, mistakes, issues, things like that, you're never going to be able to move forward, okay? So how about this 5 of Swords in reverse and solar plexus chakra? Sovereignty. The sovereignty card in this deck is your personal control, okay? This is you in control of yourself, your surroundings, your people, your things, your life. And this is exactly what's happening here. This is when you start taking control, you're blossoming, and your 5 of Swords is in reverse. So things are smoothing over. Your solar plexus chakra, healing and able to breathe, have peace and comfort and joy and calm again. And you are finally in control. You're back in control of things. You can start to move forward in a way that you know is positive. You have assessed this. You have made discerning decisions about your life, what you want to do. You have, you know, you've got the power of the third eye chakra, the crown chakra, the base chakra, the solar plexus chakra. I mean, everything is coming together to build for you to move forward in a positive light. Now, how about this Ace of Cups in reverse and the Passion ignited? So, oops, let's see what we're going to do about that there. Because we don't want to, again, with discernment, you don't want to hold things against certain things. We want to nourish ourselves. The masculine, okay? And the masculine card in this deck has nothing to do particularly with gender. As you know, gender is neutral in tarot. But what it is saying is that you need to take more of a power approach, okay? Which is typically considered a masculine approach. Take a power approach. So when you are moving forward, if your passion is ignited, and this could be passion for anything. This doesn't necessarily have to be passion for a person. This could be passion for a new job, a new project, a new purchase, a new relationship, whatever it may be. When your passion is ignited, especially if this is something where you are just coming to terms with yourself. If this King of Cups energy is you and you alone, and you are just coming to take control of yourself, find your own sovereignty, find out more about yourself, because things weren't moving forward for you. You're just going to tear it all down. You're going to rebuild from the ground up and rebuild yourself, okay? Because things just weren't working for you. You're starting from scratch and you're working on you. If that's what all this is, if this has nothing to do with a relationship and you're just working on you, okay? This is saying, if you're feeling a little bit like your Ace of Cups is in reverse, if you don't feel like all your strength is there yet to put yourself out there, to, you know, jump at anything, but your passion is ignited for something, this is telling you, do it anyway. Go out there and take it. Take the bull by the horns and do whatever you're passionate about. It's going to work out for you. You are now in control of your own destiny. So do it. Take control and be in charge. Take charge of yourself. Take charge of your life, because now you've got all of the tools that you need. You have all the chakras in line. You have chosen with discernment. And, and if this King of Cups is just somebody that's there to help you, a friend, not even a relationship, just a friend who's helping you along the way, a catalyst to help you find your best self, well, that's great. Let them help you. It doesn't have to be a romantic person. It could just be somebody, friend, family member, whomever, that helps you find your passion, helps you find your strength, your sovereignty, your power, and take that back. Whatever it is, it's there for you. So let's pull 3 of these advice cards here from Spirit and see if they can help you get some final advice. This one says, you are the image maker. What you focus on manifests. And again, this is saying, nourish what you want to happen. You have the crown chakra. You have all the tools. You can see whatever you need to see happen and be discerning about it. But you can make whatever you want happen. Manifest it and make it happen. Okay? This one says Midas touch. Things are working out in your favor. Well, we see that. We see it blossoming here. We see that you are gaining back your sovereignty, your control. We see it it starts with the tower coming down, and then you are rebuilding amazingly, rebuilding to strength, power, dominance. You're rebuilding it. You are the Midas touch, and you just manifest it and you have it. Okay. That's what it's telling you flat out. And don't run from the darkness. Embrace your shadow side. What aspects of yourself have you been afraid to look at or address? And again, I think this is absolutely alluding to this Ace of Cups in reverse. I think what that is telling you right here is that you may be afraid because a tower did have to come down. A few things didn't go your way. And you may be a little bit afraid. You may be like, okay, I'm a little gun shy. I'm a little shell shocked. I don't want to jump into anything. Even if this is what your passion was. You were passionate about this specific business. You're still passionate about that specific business. And you're like, but I already blew it once, or it already went awry once. That doesn't mean it's going to go again. Now you have this King of Cups energy. This could be a friend, this could be a person, this could be your own energy. But you're a different person now. You have all these different tools. You've learned new things. You've thought new things. You've gone through a lot of things. And all of these things are working in your favor. You're not the same person. So now everything is happening for you. So don't let your self-doubt keep you from it. In fact, it's telling you, take your masculine energy, get out there, grab the bull by the horns, and you can have complete control. You can take it back because you've got the Midas touch and you can manifest anything you want. So anyways, I hope this was a good reading for you. I do think it looks like everything can work out amazing for you if you want it to. I do see the number 2 happening a whole lot here for you, as well as the number 4 happening quite a bit for you. Also, if that means anything to you. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this, please do like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. If not, check out one of the other signs in your chart if it resonated with you a little bit more. And if not, check back with us later this week for your weekend energy reading.